Why do you smoke so much? I don't know why. I know why. Because I got nothing else. That's not true either. I have a lot of other things. Because it makes me feel good. It makes me numb, is the truth. It also makes me the opposite of numb. A real good friend of mine who says she doesn't really like smoking is because it takes her to a place inside of herself that she's not very comfortable with. So she can only go there at the right time. I don't know, man. Why did everybody take Soma in Brave New World? Shit is fucked up. Shit is fucked up. And mind-altering substances, everything that you see, is a way of dealing with that. Do you ever think maybe you were depressed, like clinically? I am depressed, but I'm not clinically depressed in the sense that there's something in my brain that's making me depressed and I'm broken. Fuck that. They make drugs for that too, you know, that'll make you happy. Fuck that. I've talked to people and they say they feel like me, they relate to me, they say, no, you're not crazy, man, I feel the same way. Validating, and you never listen to some paid psychiatrist again who's telling you that you're broken and you need to give him money for this drug. Some of them cause 150,000 deaths a year. That's not cool. The things that make me unhappy make me unhappy. And the things that make me happy make me happy. This want, especially by you up here. Look at you. We're sitting here chilling. And you're gonna tell me maybe I should be taking a drug? What is that? You're not on the drug. If it were to get suggested by somebody who were on the drug, that's like a heroin addict is saying, here, take some of this heroin. I think you're a good candidate for heroin, you know what I mean? There is this want. I guess it's because we are taught that it's helping. That depression is bad, and anger is bad, and sadness is bad, and there's all these negative emotions, and we want to erase those, and those are caused by broken in your brain, and you need a drug. Very real things in the external. Some people are actually broken. I've never met like a really crazy person. I'm sure they're out there, and I haven't seen them, but I've met a bunch of people on drugs, psychiatric prescribed drugs, and I've seen them both on the drug, off the drug, before they went on the drug, after they stopped taking the drug, when they forget the drug. This drug, it turns you into a pod person. You ever see sneak in the middle of the night and they put you in the pod and put an alien? And every school shooter, they're always on these antidepressants. I think we need to seriously examine this movement towards silencing our friends, our peers, those who would speak for us or with us. And there's this idea of normal. What does that mean? If normal is numb, I don't want to be it. Why do you have to be so angry all the time? Rage is the only sane response to the harm our system, civilization, is doing to the world. What do you mean, civilization? People talk about it's just America, or it's just industrialism, or it's just corporatism, or it's different cultures, and it's greed, and no, it's this system, civilization, and the harm has been done since it began, which was about 10,000 years ago. It's not going to stop, and it's not going to change, because the definition of civilization is a higher advanced state of human society characterized by the growth of cities, specialization of labor, advanced technological bullshit, progress, and better down the line, and written records. So how do you define civilization if you can't define it by being better or advanced, or because that's all opinion and it's ethnocentric besides? Jensen, correctly, beautifully, says civilization is characterized by the growth of cities. That's the first one. I think I said that. Because linguistically, civilization is from civilis or civis, which is from the Latin citizen, which means there has to be the state and there has to be a city. Powhatan was in control of 8,000 Indians. They had all these different territories, and it was like this whole kind of thing. But it wasn't a civilization. What's a city? A collection of people whose population is so high that they require the importation of resources. You go pick an apple, that's not importing it. If you go walk a mile and kill something, it's not importing it. But when you go to the grocery store and it's packaged in plastic that puts cancer in every mother's breast milk, it has to come from the oil that causes the war that's about to run out, that costs $100 a barrel, that makes us all broke and we're all slaves to it. That's importing it. So what this means is cities have to grow. They're inherently unsustainable because staying at a normal pace, that's sustaining, but it's always going faster and faster and bigger, and it's essentially violent, because if you need something that somebody else is using and they're not going to share with you or give it to you, you're going to take it. Yeah, but our system is much better and more progressive, easier, more efficient. We're the cutting edge. Yeah, it does give us a lot of great things. It gives us, the people who take this stuff, as Daniel Quinn calls the takers, a lot of toys. It gives us the pleasure a rapist gets from raping, which I guess is a lot of pleasure a rapist probably gets from raping. But it's not real. You know what I mean? It's fucking nauseating. It's not right. It's not normal. Maybe we humans could come up with something better than normal. We could come up with something better than natural, better than the way things work, better than the way a tree grows. Beyond being egomaniacal, I don't think now is the right time to be banking on that. We've tried to do that, and all that we've succeeded in doing is polluting each other and polluting ourselves and polluting the world. Each of those three to the point of destruction. The teen suicide rate is up 600% since the 1960s. 600%. How many times have you thought about killing yourself? I know I have. Even if you don't think about killing yourself, think about escape. You think about vacation, you think about getting away, you think about drinking and using drugs and playing video games. Okay. You know, there's this whole idea of progress and things getting better and faster, more efficient. I don't really see how we still think that it's progress to destroy things, and it's progress to make us sick, and if we create a disease and then cure it and then create another disease in the process, how is that progress? There was just this study done about the chimps and the computers. The chimps are like, boop, 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 boop. The college students, that's you and me. And they get it all wrong. I think there is a lot that we're missing. I did this study with the chimp where they tried to teach it sign language. They dress her up in the bonnet, sit her at the table, drinking tea, having a tea party with the chimpanzee, and she's signing, "Pass me the sugar." And the lady afterwards says, yeah, she could sign, but she couldn't communicate to me her worldview. I don't think she was listening. I don't think we are listening. I don't think I am listening. But I am trying. And you should try. Just listen right now. And see if you can hear anything. Just ask the world what it thinks about all of this. Why don't you do something about it? Yeah, that's what it's saying to me too. What do you mean? Why don't you write a letter to Congress? Get involved in politics. Or protest. It would be nice if that worked. People have been writing their governors, writing their congressmen, writing their senators, lobbying. And a lot of people have been fighting back individually too. A lot of people have been talking about it. It's still gone on. If that's cause to give up, maybe we should. But I'm not going to. I can't live with myself. And I can't live with you. I'm not trying to be antagonistic, and it's real easy for people to get in fights about this, but we have a responsibility to do something. We all don't pick up our end, then what are we good for? You know, we're looking for some meaning in our lives. I think the meaning of life is to find meaning in life. However, but if there's no life for people to find meaning in, if it was our actions that caused that, there is judgment that I place on myself. Feels good to fight for what you love. It feels really good. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? We need to do everything. We need to go green, which lately I've been saying is like raping with a condom. We need to stop raping, stop this system, stop contributing to it, talk to people and see how they feel. A friend of mine says one of the most revolutionary things you can do is share your shit with someone. Everyone, as many people as possible. We all need to be thinking about this, and we all need to come up with our own solutions, and they include everything. They include everything. They include things that are not on the board. It's not up to you and me in this car to come up with the solutions for the world, because that's what civilization is a few people came up with a solution for the world. And now we're all trying to follow it, and it's not working. So we need to come up with our solution. We need to enact that, talk to people and ask them about their solution and care about it. What are you doing? It's cool. Look what we're doing. It's sharing. It's connecting. Because this system is so based on fragmentation. We say it's about coming together, and it was. Maybe civilization is a gigantic tribe, which is a group of people working together to make a living. Sure, right now it's not. It's me working alone to make my living, and you are working alone to make your living, and then maybe you get married. And the hippies were close. I think there's a lot that was unexamined about the functioning of the system, the functioning of the world, and the way life works. And there are still a few people alive today who know how it is. We just need to listen to them. That's impossible. Nobody's gonna want to do that. Maybe not. Then I don't want to talk to you about it anymore. I don't want to do that. I like having a nice bed, and I like a refrigerator, and I like not having to worry about... I like playing video games, and I like... Yeah, me too. Would you like those toys or real life?